Hi everybody, it's Tina Plackinger. Thanks for joining me today. I have some very sensitive stuff to share with you about a deep injustice that was done to me 22 years ago. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to do it. And, but there are some things that I need to talk about today. And, they load up. And I'm not carrying the stuff anymore. You guys already know that I've told you that. So, anyways, I've been finding out, a lot of things. I've been having revelation. Okay, revelation is way different than information, okay? And so I've been getting a lot of revelation lately. And like I said, some things are very sensitive, and I am not ready yet, but probably will be, because if the Lord wants me to do it, I will do it. So, but right now I want to talk about something that, I made a video, I don't know what it was, a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, about the battery on my truck always dying. I think I thought it was the RFs in the air. What's interesting is that with all the views that I got, not one person ever brought up that there might have been a tracking device on my truck. Okay, not one person. And that goes to show you how many perps follow real, true, targeted individuals of gang stalking. And thievery groups. My thing is thievery groups. It's a cult. It's a secret society. It's nationwide. It's very powerful. It's a big umbrella over all the smaller ones. And it's like a vampiric type cult. It's sick. It's evil. And the bottom line is to take everything once they get their hooks in someone, especially when stuff is based on a lie, okay? When they get their hooks in someone, then they can go ahead and be hooked up with, the white-collar crime, people in probate, people at the courthouses, white-collar crime, law enforcement, how's that, even though they wear blue, they're involved, and to take and take and take and take and take and take from the person. And it's justified because of the lie that has been told and everyone believes. So, yeah, they've robbed me twice. They stole everything when I lost the battle that I talked about in 2 videos ago. Okay, a lot of spiritual warfare, by the way, since I did my little posing routine and shared about training for 3 years and 5 months. Yeah, a lot of spiritual warfare. Satan doesn't like that. They didn't expect that. So. Anyways, I buy a battery about 6 months ago, $230, way too much money. But the service where I went is local and good. I was able to, drive up, get it done, drive away, and boom, 20 minutes. And it was $230 for the battery. It was an interstate. So that's a good battery. It's supposed to last me almost 3 years. It lasted 5 months, okay, and I had to have it replaced under warranty. Well, I disconnected the negative terminal off the post. I hope my language is correct here. Not a mechanic, although I've had to be many things since all of this began. And showed up at the local store one day and just threw everybody off their rocker. And they weren't expecting me to be there because they weren't tracking me at the time. So now the neighbor hides out in the house the neighbor that I've been talking about, okay, homie over here, okay, 4 kids, 4 daughters, and a grandma, okay, and this is I guess their retirement plan to try to come up off of ruining my life, okay. So, anyways, yeah, so now that person hides out, okay, and is cushioned over there because they set up some guy next door to me now who thinks that it's okay to abuse me for taking care of myself. I walked in one day and, you know, I know things. I just know things, okay? I know things, and I operate from the inner man. We've got 2. We've got the inner man and the outer man. Yeah, so I live very much inside. And, yeah, I walked in and I said, you know, somewhere along the lines of, you know, you can hide, but you're still a loser. And then about 20 minutes later, I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm not going to assume, but logs were thrown on my roof, okay, 3 of them, boom, you know, boom, boom. Don't throw stuff at my house. Not cool, don't do it. I mean it. And so I guess that person, homie over there, got very upset because I know that she listens to me over my sound bar on the TV. Okay? Listen, you're a loser. Anybody who sits at home and has to listen to the neighbor on a sound bar, okay, track them by what? I don't know. I guess maybe satellite. You know, the guy that's got the channel, he goes by targeted individual. He works for UPS, and he's been targeted. They do a lot of, what do they call it? Some other kind of targeting. I don't have that kind, okay? But he was saying that they track you by satellite. So I'm being tracked in my home, okay, by my creepy neighbor, who then tells people what to do depending on where I am in my house and what I'm doing, okay? You know that movie, the Lord of the Rings, yeah, okay, where it opens up with that guy who's fishing, okay, and he gets really obsessed with the ring. And as the movie progresses, he is so obsessed with this thing that the devil's just got him by the short hairs, okay? And he just thinks, and the devil is whispering to him and telling him, you know, there's a lot of nice things here. Oh, there's going to be glamour and glimmer here, okay? But it destroys him at the end. It takes him out at the end. But you know, you watch him progress into a creature. An absolute mumbling, bumbling, talking to himself creature. Okay? That's what this reminds me of. Okay, I've watched it. I've watched it for over a decade. It's way down the rabbit hole. Okay, and you know, it amazes me that nobody has confronted this and said anything about this. So, yeah. And also, oh, she left the house now. She put the thing back on the terminal. She left the house now. Call the store or wherever I'm heading. Okay, let them know that I'm coming. They all know that I'm coming in advance. And they've got something on, probably their cell phones, so that this one over here can listen. You know, and know all these little things and then play games. Okay? Amazing. It's amazing. Let me talk to my mom on the phone about how California and certain parts of California have turned into tent city. Okay? Then they got this guy that moves in next door because he's not really the buffer. The buffers are the guys that are online that have their own channels and they try to pretend that they're like my friends when I'm upset about something and I'm calling something out and I come out with a heavy video. They show up in my life. These are buffers. This guy's not a buffer. Okay, this guy is going to take orders and, do the abusing. And I'm not standing for it. And I am not afraid. So I'm in the store. Okay, I know I'm going all over the place, but I got a lot of stuff. I need to get rid of it because it makes me sick. And I'm not holding on to it anymore. Okay. So, so people know where that I'm coming in, and it's just ridiculous. So, there's a tent. They put a tent over here in the country. It's amazing. Like that bothers me, okay? Like that bothers me. The dude over here, because this is something that they do, okay? They introduce themselves to you, okay? Over here at the Funny Farm, they did it a couple of years ago. Oh, yeah, this is our horse. We're getting a horse. We're going to build a shelter for it. We're going to have a corral. We're going to train it. Not a darn thing. The thing still sits outside. It doesn't even have a stable. Doesn't even have a stable, okay? But that person had to introduce themselves. This guy here, he introduced himself too. If you ever need anything, yeah, right, I'll give you a call. Thanks. So, so it's intimidation. I didn't know what it was, but standing on the roof and throwing stuff on my roof and all of this nonsense, okay, that's intimidation. And, so I go to the store, and the woman that is there says something to me, and I say, well, they're very, and she didn't let me finish. You always know when people are uptight about what you might say because they know who's listening, okay? It happened at the clinic, okay? It happened at the store. And I said, well, they're very, and she didn't let me finish. She said, well, there's a lot of them. I was going to say, they're very foolish. They're very foolish. This is all foolishness. Such foolishness. Energy. Such foolish energy. Do something good in the world. Weren't you taught that as a kid? Do something good in the world. So, anyways, I drive. So she said, "There's a lot of them." What am I supposed to do about it? There's a lot of people that hate me. What am I supposed to do about it? There's nothing I can do about it. I still got to come and shop. I still have to go and do this and that. I still live my life, and I do. And I've been doing it for 12 years now. Okay. So I said to the woman at the store, loud. I said, I am not afraid of anyone around here. Because I'm not. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not supposed to be. The Lord did not give me a spirit of fear, but one of love, power, and a sound mind. Do you know that the Bible says fear not 365 times? That's one time for every day of the year. So not fearing is what we're supposed to do. We are not to fear. And as close as I am to the Lord and where I live on the inside all day long, guided, okay? The Lord says, I will make you wise and show you where to go. I will guide you and watch over you. I'm not supposed to be full of fear. So that's all that took, okay? That's all that took. And then later on that day, as I'm at the kitchen, because the neighbor is tracking me and then lets everybody know when to make their moves, these big monster trucks were pulling up by my fence. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You just, this aggression, and I'm just like, such foolishness, okay? And that's what it is. They're mad because I'm not afraid. I'm not supposed to be afraid. Do I like it? No. Am I cautious? Of course. Of course I'm cautious. I have to be. I live alone. It's very deeply wrong. All of it. She's leaving now, tracking me, calling where I'm going, opening the mics, listening in, taking every little thing, any little piece of fine little thread that they possibly can get, and making a big ordeal out of it. And then, it's like, excuse me, the Lord has given me, I don't know about you, but the Lord has given me a sound mind. And I do not have a spirit of fear. I am not supposed to. But I'll tell you, whenever I have had a spirit of fear, it has gotten me into a lot of trouble. And it's very important that you close that door immediately because, that's how the devil gets their foot in, okay? Is that crack in the door. So, anyways, I really needed to get that out because I have to. Because I have to. I want to continue to be healthy. I know where this has come from. I will reveal that when the time comes. It's very sensitive information. And the Lord will guide me through that when it's time. Okay? Now, I have also said many times to even the people around here on occasion, if somebody would even be talking to me, because nobody talks to me. Okay, but that, I will leave here when I'm ready. Okay, this is where I live. This is my home. Okay, this is my property. This is where I live. I say it's nothing. It's nothing compared to, I don't want to get into the spirit of jealousy and what they have tried to do by watching me, tracking me, listening to me, all of that, trying to create a spirit of jealousy in me. Oh my goodness gracious. Don't flatter yourself, please. Okay? There is nothing that you have, trust me, that I am jealous of. Okay? So, anyways, I say that it's nothing, but I'm very grateful for my home. I have an old single wide on an acre of land, and the scenery here is beautiful. The people are scandalous, but the scenery is beautiful, and I am very grateful that my dad got me this place. They robbed me twice. They robbed me back in the day when I lost the battle, and I mentioned that to you 2 videos ago. And they robbed my dad's inheritance from me when my dad left me over $200,000. Okay? I have some very sensitive information to share when it's time. And if I don't come back, well, don't worry about me. Just figure that they have really ruined my electronics. I'm hanging on by a thin thread on everything, okay? This neighbor tracks me immediately because she watches me where I am in the house. So she knows when I'm going to the computer. Boom. I mean, it doesn't even give me a minute to get on something that I'm trying to do. Okay? Bam. They download. It shows me. They download all my information to keep me isolated. They don't want me emailing anybody. They don't want me talking. They bug my phone. This is so lawless. And the end times there will be lawlessness. This is so lawless, so unjust, so wrong. All because a guy lied about me 22 years ago. This is what this is all about. Okay? He lied about me and got some kind of recognition, and I am such a big deal to this organization that is vampiric-like and steals everything. Okay? Now, they want my home, and they want my mom's home. Okay? They're not going to go after somebody that doesn't have anything. Okay, I came from a real mom and dad who worked hard, had businesses and saved money and had plans and trust funds and things for the kids. All right? So that's what this is all about. And I need to share that because it's important. So anyways, before I run out of space here on this, I was going to read something to you. Maybe I'll just wait another time, because I have some plans, and it is that I am going to go and see about my mom, okay? None of this has made me leave. I've stood up to these clowns. I got jokers to the right of me. How's that song? Jokers to the clowns to the left of me. Jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. You know? But, yeah, my mom's having some difficulties are rising up now, you know. She's 92, and I'm the only daughter that she talks to, because this whole thing has destroyed our family. So I'm really the only one that she's got to watch over her. I need to go check up on some things with her. And so I'm making some plans. The Lord has been talking to me about some stuff, and I have a real nice couch that I would like to take, with me, and this nice old lady chair for my mom for her home in Chicago. So I'm going to probably be spending the holiday or a few months over there with my mom, and kind of air my head out a little bit, and see where the Lord wants to take me, okay? See what the Lord wants to do. I'm not packing up and moving, okay? But I am going to be taking a trip, and I'm going to keep you informed. No use in not talking about it. I'm tracked. There's a tracking device on my vehicle. I am so much better than this. I am so much better than this, and I am so grateful that the Lord centered me through my training that I started 3.5 years ago, hardest thing ever, and that I am able to see some things for what they really are. Okay, I'm going to stop this now before I run out of time. I don't like it when the video is cut off. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you very much. God bless you, and I'll see you again.